From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Purdy now on second down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 35-yard line.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
Throw left side, taken in by Palmer.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Regular. Stop.
A first carry for Rashad White.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, alert 33. Run. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Toward the pylon, caught. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They get this out left. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Buccaneers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
49ers nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
The Niners at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Purdy now to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to time.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Mayfield off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Regular. Hey, alert 33. Okay.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
13 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
They go right back to White here on first down. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
First down, Tampa Bay.
First down, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Point it right. Done.
Now Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. They'll try the right side here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rashad White with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
21. 49ers, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Throwing on second down, it's Purdy.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Trey Palmer on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
At the 16-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he's brought down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Purdy on the sneak,
and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Brock Purdy as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half. Moody good with the extra point,
and it makes the score 21-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, not.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Mayfield down. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over first and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And running with power here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop. and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On third down, Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Back to throw, Purdy. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this out past the 25.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Escaping the pressure right.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The tackle made by Zion McCollum. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Purdy.
Flush to his right.
Down man right side, it's McCaffrey.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw.
Flushed out right.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. In motion goes McLeod. Out of the gun, Purdy. They'll roll him out right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Purdy now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's out wide for Palmer. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second down and 4.
Run. Hey, alert 33. Kings.
Palmer going in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Well, and a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 69 yards on the ground for him so far. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Purdy to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen. but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. He'll take it at the 42. Pushes him aside at the 45. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. That's complete to Palmer.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's third down.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. White running to the left. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
This is first and 10.
60
Purdy to throw.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do.